So, felt like Friday was kind of a perfect example of what this defense has been this year. Give up a lot of yards and then kind of hold stout in the red zone. What has led to that pattern for this team?
Well, I think they have made some plays in between the 20s that we would like to have had back. They got a lot of skill on the field. The quarterback, made a lot of broken plays in the running game and in the passing game that kind of kept some drives alive. But Coach Helton's structured the practices all the way back to spring ball, where we move up and down the field and spend a lot of time in situational football. And so the kids have gotten a lot of work in all areas of the field, whether it be first and second down, short yardage, third and long, red zone. And so I think our guys have really good field awareness and really executing the calls that we've made down there.
Do you feel like that's sustainable to be able to keep up that level of red zone production while
we're trying not to let them score, so that's
Sure.
the key. But I've been happy with how they played down there so far.
Coach, do you think the defense is playing a lot more confidently this week as opposed to other weeks, given the really strong finish against Utah?
I think they just feel more comfortable playing together. I think the more this group can play together, you're talking about moving into the fifth game of the year, and you hope to develop some continuity where the guys are feeling more comfortable playing together. We've got a lot of new pieces out there, so I hope it continues to get better.
What have you seen from Jacob Eason on film?
He's got a lot of talent. He's as advertised from everything you read about him. You watch his tape in high school, you watch his tape at Georgia, you watch his tape now, you see a very talented player. He's very smart. They give him a lot at the line of scrimmage. He makes a lot of good adjustments for them on the field, and he can make all the throws, and the ball really jumps off his hand, and he's really accurate in the intermediate throws and also the tight windows in the second level, and in the deep part of the field he really can let it go. So really impressed with his skill set.
It seemed like the secondary really stepped up in spite of not having OG and Taylor Stewart last week. How tough of a test is this for them, especially a couple injuries you're battling back?
Yeah, every quarterback creates, or every offense creates a different type of challenge, and this is a very good skill set receiver group, very good skill set tight end group, very good skill set running back group. They all catch the ball extremely well, and the quarterback does a good job of finding the areas. And he's got a big arm and makes really good decisions. So, Coach Burns has done a great job of getting these guys, the backups ready, and kind of piecing in who's where when there is an injury. And you never know what's going to happen during the game, and the guys stepped up when we've asked them to.
Do you have a sense right now if you're going to have OG in Columbus for Saturday? So what's the game plan? How are you prepping for that?
We're just practicing the bodies that we have out there.
When it comes to defending on the edge, have you seen progress from them in these past few weeks, or what do you see?
Well, everybody's going to run the fly sweeps, the flare screens. It's just part of offensive football these days. The reverses, and we're a speed-oriented defense, and I think our front seven is pretty stout inside, so it's going to invite more plays that are going to happen on the perimeter, and we just got to continue to react to them and see them and practice them and hopefully play them better. And there's been times when we played them well, and there's been times when we haven't. But we're going to continue to work on them and continue to play them better.
How are
Would you say
you?
that's a physical thing or just a mental thing about it?
No, the guy's taking the handoff, running full speed right behind the quarterback, and is outflanking the defense. And so, we got our heels in the ground and reading our keys until we got it clear whether the ball's going to be handed off inside or outside. We got to be able to rack from there. So it's really just a recognition type play, and something we got to continue to work on, and hopefully our guys will continue to get better at it.
What do you lose when you don't have a punter on the field?
Well, he's a guy that's a playmaker. You try to use him up around the line of scrimmage. You try to use him in coverage. He's really playing well and is getting better the more he's out there. So, not only is it hurting us as a team and defensively, but when he's not out there, he's not gaining valuable reps himself. So it hurts in all areas.
With Chase, what do you get? He's a different defensive back. What do you get when Chase is on the field?
Well, Chase is a guy that's been in the system and played safety against Notre Dame. Has lined up at safety in some games this year, and has done a good job in those situations. And has done a nice job in practice. Very smart, cerebral guy. They can do a lot of different things. And of course, we got other safeties as well. We talked about C.J. Pollard, Britton Allen, Jordan McMillan. So all those guys are getting work. And in terms of the health of anybody else, you guys can ask Coach Helton about that.
Yeah, well, you're prepared for a committee if need be. Like that.
Yeah, we are every week. This week's no different. And
Yeah.
when you get this point in the year, you start getting 3, 4, 5 games into it. Guys are nicked up, and the next man up is going to have to play.
Talk about Kalanico's production, where he's at right now.
Pardon me, I'm sorry?
Kalanico, can you talk about his play right now?
Yeah, he's been really solid. He's got some good reps last week, and he plays a lot more in situations where we got a little bit more speed on the field with an athletic quarterback. But I'm happy with his progress.
What do you have to do to cut down on the long plays? You guys are 112 and just 10 yards, 20 yards, whatever.
Yeah,
what has to happen there?
Well, I think a lot of those plays are space plays, and we got to continue to play better in space, and tackle in space. Some of it's been quarterback scrambles, quarterback design runs. As I mentioned earlier, the fly sweeps, the quick screens, things that are out on the perimeter. We just got to do a good job of tackling, and the deep balls. Knock on wood, that's been something that our guys have done a pretty good job of defending the deep balls and the big explosive plays in the passing game. And I've been happy with that so far this year. But when you look at the chunks, I mean, when you're a pressure-oriented defense and you do the things that we do, the other teams have talent too, and they've got good schemes, and they're going to make some plays, and we're going to make ours as well.
Have you done anything on your tackling and